Hello my friends, it's Rama, and thank you for stopping by today to Create with Cree. Today I am still having Halloween fun here. I have a whole bunch of my paper dolls, and you guys, I'm pretty excited because I have paper dolls in my Etsy shop now, and if you watch my channel, you know I love making these. So I took a bunch of different elements with kits from Art House Whimsy and also Collage Soup, and I jumbled all the doll parts together. I did this digitally, and then I printed them out, and I just decided I gotta share these because they're so fun to play with. So I do have a couple of kits that I put in my Etsy shop. This is the Halloween kit. I think there were 21 paper dolls. So here's just a little peek at what it looks like. There's 3 pages of dolls. Most of them are just dark, like they've got a solid background. And I decided to go through and jazz some of them up and add some fun things to their outfits. So that's what we're gonna do first. And then, let me slide my girls over. I wanna make some tags with these. So I've got some really thick cardstock here. We're gonna grunge it up and then cut it into tag sizes so that I can make some tags with my paper dolls. And this is going to be for my tag book. So these are, let me just organize it here. These are houses from Art House Whimsy, and I took certain parts of the houses and cut them out and made them double-sided so that I can make another book. I'll show you here. So this is what, well, depends on how you want to put it together, but this is what it would look like. And I poked holes here. So I've tried putting the rings in, but I actually like just using ribbon. And I will show you here is another one that I am working on. So you can see I'm using my dolls in here. I added pockets and things to this one and some tags. So this is basically what I am doing with my own creation. So just to give you an idea here of what we're going to be doing. And like I said, I liked it better with the using this bright ribbon. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I was thinking, so when you're putting these together, you could glue it and then leave a little spot here so that this could be a pocket for something to pull out of. And then also in the kit, I want to add a whole bunch of these windows and doors and certain elements so that you can use them, you know, kind of glue them on, and these can be little tuck spots. So this is what we're doing, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm putting this aside because I am going to start right now with showing you the paper dolls, and then we're going to work on our tag backgrounds. So let's get started. So first I'm just kind of showing you some of the dolls that I did already. You can see I doodled on some of them. And I'm going to show you just a few things, just some ideas to give you some inspiration if you want to try something like this. So let's get started here, kind of altering them. The first thing I'm doing, this is easy. I'm just using this little piece of a die cut, or you could just use scraps of paper, cut it into little strips or circles or whatever you want to do, just to kind of add some layers and get some color in there. And if you do this, I would recommend doing it before you cut the dolls out, because then it's really easy. You can just cut the excess off. And the same thing with the second idea here. I'm just doodling on top of them. and you can kind of go outside of the lines, like I'm drawing circles there, and it's easier to draw the full circle. And then I can just cut off the excess that I don't want. Now this idea, I can't remember who I saw do this, some mixed media artist, and I'm sorry, I can't remember right now. But it's such a great idea, just taking pieces of washi tape and laying them on top of each other. So that's all I'm doing here. And I love this idea. I do it for another one coming up here, because we all have washi tape, right? And I always forget to use it. So this is a great idea. And here I'm going to do the same technique, but I'm using thin washi tape. So you can mix it up, mix and match a little bit, and make a fun pattern with washi tape or whatever your imagination comes up with. And then after I do this, then I'm going to cut them out. I'm going to fussy cut them. And it sounds kind of crazy, but after I do that, I put them on black cardstock, and then I cut them out again, but leaving a border around the edges of them because I just like the black outline that it gives them when I use them as focal points on my projects. So here I'm showing you how this one turned out. I like it. So now I'm doing all the fuzzy cutting. This takes some time, so we're going to skip that part and just go to the second part. I'm inking up those edges just a little bit and then glue them all down. And I'm not going to show all of this, you guys, because this is pretty, pretty easy. You understand what I'm saying. I'm just going to glue them down, and then I will show the part where I start cutting them out again. So I'm skipping to, you can see my page that I have it pretty full here. And I'm just making sure all those edges are really nice and glued down. And then I'm going to start cutting them out, and I just wanted to kind of show you. I just do a really rough cut going around them. And I'm just doing a few more of my paper dolls, adding some doodles. I love polka dots. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing with them. And then we can move on to making the backgrounds. And I'm going to put my messy mat down. It just kind of helps a little bit. And let's start by just using some mica sprays. And I'm going to use this stamp. And I don't even need to do the whole thing perfectly because I don't want it to be that way. I want it to just kind of be messy. I'm speeding this part up also. You don't even really see this once I put the mica sprays down, but that's okay. It just kind of gets me going. It's sort of like the energetic flow. So now I'm going to start with my mica sprays. And this, you guys, there's really no technique here. Just start spraying, adding color, and then you'll see I dry it in between and try to get that color to run a little bit and get some movement in the color. And then I do figure out, hey, let me add a little bit of water and you'll see that coming up. So that just kind of helps get the movement going, just misting it with a little bit of water. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just spraying, adding water if I want to get some movement, and then drying it. and kind of moving it around while I'm drying it. And I just keep doing this until I'm happy with the colors and the way that it looks. Now, since I'm already playing with the stamp and paint, I thought, let me just start my other background page using this since I already have it out. So look how great this looks, and all I did was just smush it down into my messy mat. And then of course I have to use another piece of paper to pick up that extra color. And then I'm just going to make sure these are dry, and then I can cut them into my tags. So the tags that I am making, I think I settled on 3x4. Or 3x5, I'm sorry, 3x5 inches. So that's what I am cutting these down into. And then I'm just taking one of my tags, and if you fold the top, and you can cut both corners at the same time. So I've got my one tag, and now I use that for the template for all the rest of them. And now I can kind of start laying them out and figuring out which paper doll I want to put on which tag and start to assemble my tags. So I'm getting a whole bunch of just fun texture stuff to play with. You guys know I love adding texture. I do have texture packs also in my shop, and it just has a bunch of the stuff that I'm working with here. All of that mesh and things like that. I will put the links to the digitals that I'm using as well as the texture packs. I'll put them all in my video description. Okay, I had to take a little break, but I've got these 3 finished. So hold these up. And I also have, I'll put my texture packs. I actually have to make some more of them, but it's gonna have all these fun textured pieces that I am playing with, like these meshy things and this paper and things like that. The stuff is so pricey if you guys have looked for it, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get it all and then I can make up little packages to share it. So that's what I did. So anyway, open then this one. So I've got these done, and now I'm gonna work on some other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I've got 5 pages, so I need 5 tags to go inside here. Okay, so what do we want to put on these other ones? Let's ink it up first. Okay, so I'll do that. Let's put some leaves on this one. I'm liking this stuff to be kind of like grass, so let's use some of this. Okay guys, so I am finished with my tags. I'll show you here. So I scanned these also, and I'm putting these in the kit as well. So these are the tags that we did with our paper dolls. So there we've got our paper dolls, and next up I'm going to be making my haunted house. So stay tuned for part 2. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already.